Hey guys, it's Beaver back at you with another episode of Horrible Host. And before we get into anything, I want you to look at the rule that says jet ramming and you will be banned. That'll come in handy a little bit later on. First thing we encounter is the admin flying around our base at the very beginning of the game. However, a quick tank shell and that took care of him. Today we're going to look at a set of admins that I believe they just want to win at all costs. They are not having fun and the server is not running well unless they are on the winning team and coming out victorious. Now, that is quite the assumption, but I have my own supporting facts throughout this video that will prove this to be correct, at least for my own satisfaction. In this game, we did come in to play the objective, and we wanted to play it right, and we wanted to play as a team, or at least as a squad. Today I was playing with Spectre, Chiba, and Body Juice. Body Juice was our Jihad Jeepist, easy anti-armor guy, kind of solo guy. He was the odd man out because you only fit 3 in a tank and there's 4 in a squad. You know, unfortunately for him, he was ousted from the tank. But hey, he did excellent work anyways, and he supported us excellently, and we worked well together. And he was a very good spot man. Myself, Spectre, and Chiba, we were the tank crew, and we wanted to keep that alive at all costs. That was our main goal. If we captured an objective, that was kind of secondary. We just wanted to keep that tank alive so that we were on the battlefield at all times and weren't having to fall back to the spawn to grab another one. Our secondary goal was to cover A, C, and D objectives. Because they're on that main auto route, they're fairly close together, they're easy to get to in a tank, and therefore we figured if we can hold those 3, our other team, the rest of the team can worry about Bravo. In this game, the kills were kind of distant in between. There was small skirmishes at certain times, and it was hard fought at those times, but there was a lot of traveling in between objectives. However, I want you guys to notice right around this point here, the chopper flying off to the side. And you'll notice a jet coming in here towards the chopper, and right at the same time I fire my tank shell, and just as the jet hits it, I get the kills from that. It says I got the road kills, and that was definitely a jet ram, but you also notice that I'm in a tank. So this guy, he's obviously seeing in the kill cam me driving a tank, and it says that you were killed by tank, right? Well, I get switched over to the other side, and he tells me there is no jet ramming allowed in this server. I asked a simple question: how do you jet ram from a tank? You know, to me that seemed like a fairly puzzling thing. If I could figure out how to do it, I think that'd be the ultimate troll, and I'd definitely be doing that all the time. However, I don't know how to do that, and I don't think that is physically possible in this game, though I would like to see someone prove me wrong. Anyway, so he told me, well, he goes, we know you did it, but then he sent me back to the other team before I could say anything else. We got quite a few more kills, and we ended up getting our 3 objectives capped, so we moved in on Bravo. Well, we kind of have this lean time and this time where we started to goof around because we had a blueberry that was trying to get into our tank. It kind of ruined our mood. I want to tell you guys a little bit about the tactics that we employed in this game, and maybe this might be something that will work for you guys and your friends, but our tactics were to have 1 medic and 2 NGs. Now, usually the assault guy is probably best to be the guy that's mainly driving the tank because he's never going to actually be repairing his own tank. But if he's a medic, he can jump out, heal one of the NGs real quick, jump back in the tank, and be back in the driver's seat. So there's as little chance for them to steal it as possible. You'll also notice that in a couple of the tank battles, I'll deploy my smoke. And this is to kind of create a shroud or a veil. And then you can move backwards and forwards and they won't notice the change in distance, as well as they won't know exactly where the ending defining lines are of you. So it'll be harder for them to actually pinpoint you and hit you with a shell. I don't know if this might work for you, but I notice that quite often there are times where they miss me quite a lot more frequently when I do this. You'll also notice that we've been quad capped them for quite a while and we're starting to run away with this game, even though to me, I don't think we're really playing that hard. I get switched over to the other side yet again. And this time, I try and switch back, but I'm not allowed. But as I got over there here, that beaver killed me like 8 times now, and this one guy was really raging really hard. I'm pretty sure it was probably the pyro guy because I did kill him a lot because he kept trying to C4 me, And I don't think he realized that that wasn't going to work because I had proxy scan, and I'm always looking for that. Anyways, so I asked, why have I been switched? I got no response from anyone, so I said, can you switch me back, please? Because, I wanted to be polite. The only response I got was being kicked from the server. There's very little gameplay when I got back into the server, so you'll probably just see this all rolled out in one clip. Anyways, when I got back, I said to the guys, alright, listen, they've probably seen enough of me, so one of you guys can be the main tanker, and then I'll be one of the repair NGs. I figured, this way, I'm not in the limelight, and hopefully we can just finish playing out the game, and then we'll get out of the server after that. I got 1 kill, and just as I jumped out to start repairing the tank in a tank battle, I get the ban. Now, there's a couple things. I'm going to play in a second clip. You'll notice that the ticket count before the ban was about 190 to 80 in favor of us. And before I was kicked, it was even better in favor of us. Now, I told my friends to actually finish playing out the game. I wanted to see them get their butt kicked. By them, I mean the admins, because we did have them pretty good. Anyways, they came back out of the game and they said no. They ended up losing 44-0. And by the end of the game, there had been about a drop of about 4 guys on their team. So I wasn't the only one that got kicked. And by the end of the game, the admins had a far superior team with more guys than us by about 4. I think that this is quite the case of a madman and someone that is going to win at all costs, whether it's on the battlefield or in the menu. And the thing is, listen to me, server owners. You don't want to be the guy that wins through the menu, because there's no glory in that. You never do improve yourself that way. And you're always going to be ruining someone else's game. So, while I was waiting for the other guys, I messaged Cody1211 and asked him, why was I banned from the server? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.